welcome back to another episode of Thanks for Stopping By the Podcast. I don't know why I had to say the podcast because Thanks for Stopping By is only a podcast, but you know what? Just in case you didn't know, um, I've gotten to the point where I'm gonna just I'm gonna just stop addressing the set change because I don't think since I've started doing face cam that I've had the same set for more than one episode. Like I think back in when I lived in Portland, I had the same set for like 2 episodes and then it changes every episode. So it really just depends on where I feel like, dude, I have a mobile setup, okay? I don't have a fancy office where I got my LEDs set up and I got a cool microphone with a swing arm. You know, I'm working with what I'm working with. I got this microphone, which I love, but for a long time, I love my other microphones too, but for a long time I had the ATR 2100s, which are good, but not good for mobile setup because if you've seen in my last episode with Bishop, they make a lot of handling noise. And I feel like this one does a little bit, but not nearly as much, like even a little bit. By the way, this is the Shure SM58. I don't know if you even remotely give a shit, but it is, just in case any of my microphone heads out there, if you care. Or if you just want to start a podcast and you were like, what kind of microphone does this bitch use? Yeah, man. I fucking, dude. Okay, I'm a little brain fried today. So I didn't go to bed till like 4 last night. I don't know what happened. I, for some reason, just could not fall asleep. And it's extra hard when I stay up so late because I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast, but I've been doing this intermittent fasting shit, you know? So basically, for those of you who don't know what intermittent fasting is, you have like a certain amount of time per day that you can eat. So it's basically 8 hours on, like non-fasting, you can eat, and then 16 hours off. So I have from 12 to 7 every day to eat. And then from 7 p.m. to 12 the next day, 12 p.m. the next day, it's all I can have is water. Can't have flavored drinks, even if they're sugar free or can't chew gum, like any of that shit. And it's been good because I'm dropping the weight, at a reasonable pace. I could be dropping it faster, but sometimes I choose to eat not the greatest things during my non-fast. But it's coming off slowly, And this week I'm kicking it into high gear because I'm trying to eat better. But on days where you're up all fucking night for whatever reason and you can't eat anything, like here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Earlier this month, I did a show for DOA, one of the main companies I work for. And I flew from SAC to Vegas and then Vegas to Portland where the show was. And I had my flight out of Sacramento was at 6:00, so I was at the airport by like 4:30. And then flew to Vegas and then landed in Portland around like 11:30. So basically the entire time I was at the airports, I couldn't fucking eat anything. But I had to be awake because I was alone at an airport. And especially an airport, the Vegas one, my layover was like an hour and a half, and I had never been to Vegas airport in a long time at least. And they had so much fucking food that smelled amazing, but I couldn't eat it. And then I got to Portland and ate immediately, like right at 12, because I got to the venue at like 12 because I landed at like 11 something. Um, and it was cool. I ate, and then like right before showtime ish, I ate one more time just to make sure I was good and solid. And then after that, the show, happened, and then it ended around like 11, and I went back to the airport, and I went straight to the airport because my flight back to Sacramento was at like 5. And so I sat in an empty fucking airport alone, unable to eat anything, and it was miserable, and I wanted to fall over and pass out. That was my long-winded way of saying this diet's fucking hard. But I'm doing it. I'm sticking to it. I did have to cheat once this past Saturday because I had a show and I was match 1. So I could not eat before the show because I did not want to throw up in the ring. That would not be great. I'm sure it would be great content for Botchamania. They would love that. I would not. So I tried to muscle through it, But basically, I had eaten once at 12, and that was it for the whole day. So when I got home, or on my way home, I was like, dude, I have to eat something. And so I ate some fucking Kiki's, dude. Dude, have you guys ever fucking heard of Kiki's? I don't know if Kiki's is like In-N-Out, where it's like only a California thing. Like, yeah, bro, we got In-N-Out. I got hot takes about In-N-Out too. But wherever there is it's Kiki's Fries, I think is the official name, or just Kiki's Chicken Place, I think is the official name of the thing. But I get the Kiki's Tots, which it's tater tots with chicken tenders cut up, fucking thrown on that bitch. Then it's their world famous Kiki sauce, which is like a spicy sauce, and blue cheese sauce, and then mozzarella on top of it. Dude, I'm getting fucking hungry talking about it. Oh, I want some Kiki's right now. Dude, I'm telling you, it's delicious. Get the tots, though. Fuck the fries. Hot. Does anyone care? Does anyone care about what I'm saying any of the time, ever? If you come and listen to this podcast when I don't have guests, God bless you, I have some amazing guests on, and I talk about their life stories and the things they've done, what they love to do and the media they consumed that inspires them and blah, blah, blah. And then you come to these episodes, and I'm like, if you put chicken and sauce on top of tater tots, it tastes pretty good. Why do people listen to this shit, dude? I'm not funny. I am. Just not always, though. We all have our off days. Fuck, man. Thank God I'm not a stand-up comedian. Like, we all have our off days at work. You're fucking go into your office. You gotta type up your report. The sound of keys. That's what my keyboard sounds like. And, you might have to, oh, shit, it's Thursday, and that report has to be done by Monday. But I'm feeling like a piece of shit. I was up playing fucking Minecraft all night. I was out drinking with fucking Tim and Bill from the cubicle next to me. I stayed up all night watching the new season of Young Sheldon. And I don't feel like doing it today. I feel like playing solitaire on my fucking on my fucking Windows 95 PC at my cubicle. I'll do this shit tomorrow. Or I'll take it home with me, baby. I'll take this work home with me, do it on the weekends. From my fucking Microsoft 98 PC at my house, okay? What the fucking gamers use. But if you're a stand-up comedian, or most people in entertainment in general, You can't really do that. You can't show up at the Laugh Factory, the cursed Laugh Factory, and be like, get on stage and be like, you know what? Can you guys just come to my house tomorrow? I don't feel like doing this shit today. I'm gonna play Angry Birds on my phone. I'm gonna play fucking Raid Shadow Legends on my phone. I don't want to do this shit today. You guys just come over to my house Saturday. We'll do this. We'll do my work Saturday. You can't do that. You can, maybe you can ask. But I'll tell you what, if I was in the audience, I don't think I'd take you up on that offer. If I was watching a stand-up comedian, which is very rare because it's a cursed fucking industry at this point, and they were just like, hey, come to my house tomorrow, and I'll tell all my funny jokes there, I'd be like, uh-oh. No thanks, bucko. To be fair, I wouldn't want to go to the Laugh Factory. I feel like that's such a cursed building. Apparently, I didn't read up too much on it, so don't quote me, Dane Cook fans. But apparently Dane Cook had a bit of a Kramer moment at the if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can delve into that one yourself because I'm not gonna even bother. It's a whole thing. But yeah, Dane Cook decided to have a bit of a freak out at the Laugh Factory and said some words that, frankly, probably shouldn't have. Just a little friendly advice, Mr. Cook. Don't. I gotta here. This is just a little. This is a new sensation sweeping the nation. I don't know if you've heard. Hot tip, right? Okay, I got the number one secret for up and coming stand-up comedians. This is just what every comedian, like if you want to be a stand-up comedian, this is what you do, okay? If you're not black and you're a stand-up comedian and you go on to a stage to say things into a microphone, and not even the first, just a thing you want to say is the N-word, don't do that. Because don't. You know? I know it's fucking crazy to think about. I know it's like mad to holy shit. I can't believe that Salem would have such a fucking hot take. But I just think that you shouldn't say the N-word. Especially if you're a white. No one should. Like, if you're not black, don't say it at all. But, like, it's always white stand-up comedians. And to be fair, it's because that's, like, a predominantly white male-dominated industry. But, like, I don't know, man. It's really not that hard. All you have to do is not say it. It's wicked fucking easy to not do that. You don't have to do anything. In fact, you have to do nothing. Just don't say it. It's pretty fucking easy. But, man, that crowd seems to struggle with that one. Oh, there's a dog outside my window. Hello. There's this fucking lady looking at me. What the fuck are you looking at? I hate, completely out fucking tangential, but I hate when, like, I see, like, a cute dog, or just a dog, because honestly, all dogs are pretty cute. And you're like, oh, a dog. I'm going to look at the dog because I'm a human being and I like dogs. I want to look at a dog. And then people scowl at you like you're staring at them. And I'm like, bitch, listen here, Becky. No one's fucking looking at you, okay? I know you think I'm fucking raring to stare at you in your Skechers shape-ups. But I'm looking at your dog. I'm looking at the literal fucking cutest thing in the world right now. And you're like, why are you looking at me? No one's looking at you. I am pinpoint locked on that pepperoni. Okay? I'm calling in. I'm saying, give me a fucking large pepperoni. Okay? And you're in the way. You're them fucking up my order and putting fucking artichokes on my fucking large pepperoni. Okay? So fucking, you know what? To all the people like that who think that when you're looking at their cute dogs that you're looking at them. And you know what? If you're under the age of 18, you might want to cover your ears for this one because I'm going to say something pretty graphic here. But to those people, get bent. Okay? Get you know what? I don't want to get demonetized or get in trouble here. I don't want to get anyone in trouble here. I don't want to get canceled for this. But you know what? If you're like that, frick off. Okay? Just making sure nobody heard that. Frick off, buddy. I'm so glad no one's home when I record these. I have to make sure my house is empty, by the way, when I fucking record. There's no way I could ever let anyone hear this live and unfiltered. It's so funny because it's like I put these out for the public to see, obviously. That's the whole point of doing my podcast is like I put it out for people to see, for y'all to see every week. But man, this house has to be empty. The one time, I think it was 2 episodes ago, like my official comeback, whatever the fuck. I needed to record, and usually when I record, my younger brother lives here, and usually when I record, he goes to my grandmother's house because he hangs out because she runs a daycare there, so he hangs out with his friends there. But for whatever reason, he couldn't go that day, and so I was like, well, looks like you're gonna have to find something to do. And he had to fucking. I didn't force him, okay? I asked him very politely if he could sit on the covered patio outside, and he said yes. Yeah, there's no fucking way anyone can be near me while I record shit. It's absolutely awful. Which is extra funny because one of my dream goals about making content is going on tour, one day. But my thing is like, if I take my podcast specifically, like if it was like a thanks for stopping by tour, it would just be me doing stand-up, and that scares the shit out of me because I find that terrifying. But like that's what this is. But this is like me doing stand-up without the pressure of having to fucking deal with a live audience. Because if you guys don't laugh, if y'all don't laugh at my jokes, I'll never know. I'll never have any idea. I'll just laugh. Everything that comes out of my stupid mouth could absolutely bomb, and I'll never know. And there's no one to tell me. I can live in blissful ignorance about the fact that I'm wildly unfunny. Oh, man. Fucking, what else is going on? What else is going on out there? Oh, breaking news. Boop, 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 boop. I started another channel. Kind of. It'll be in the description of this podcast episode, but I'm starting a channel that is for Let's Plays and stream VODs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a pretty simple thing. It's called Bruja Babe. It's called that because I didn't want to call it like Salem Plays or Salem Live because like it's like everybody's channel name. Nothing wrong with that if that is your channel name. I just feel the need to be different for whatever fucking reason. And all of my like gaming stuff is usually Bruja Babe or Bruja Beeb, so I called it Bruja Babe. And it's gonna be live when this is live. And so far, I think I only have one video up right now because I'm working on the other ones. But it's of my first ever game of Fortnite. I played Fortnite for the first time ever after years of saying I would never play it. I decided, you know what? I'll give it a shot for the content, you know? And spoilers, I got a victory royale on my first game of Fortnite. So, how many of you can say that? None, probably. And if you can, don't. Don't rain on my parade. Keep it to yourself, bucko. Because if you got a victory royale your first game, guess what? I didn't ask you. Except for when I did. But we don't have to talk about it. Because we're talking about me right now. This is about me, goddammit. But yeah, it's going to be... When I start streaming soon as well, it'll have edits of my stream VODs. I don't know if I'm going to put the whole VODs up as well or not, blah, 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 whatever. But there'll also be some, like, traditional Let's Play episodes. I figured it'd be fun to kind of have both. So, yeah, it's going up. There's some more episodes hopefully going to be up soon. And, yeah, go in the description, subscribe to that, baby. Let's go. Oh, man. But, yeah, dude, speaking of that, so I did that episode of Fortnite, right? And I figured, okay, for the content, I'll do the one game, and then I'll delete it and never touch it again. And I've been playing for 3 days, and I'm absolutely fucking cracked at Fortnite. I'm obsessed with this game. I hate it. I hate that it's true. I hate that it's happening to me. It's awful because it is a game that you can technically play and never like spend a dime on the game, right? But when you play it so much and you see all the cool skins and all the cool shit, you absolutely want to spend money on it. So yeah, it's become a huge problem. Especially because, again, like I said, my younger brother, Bishop, who was on my last episode of my podcast, absolutely loves Fortnite. And so now that I'm into it, that's like all he wants to do. Every second, he's like, oh, what are you doing? Do you want to hop on, play some duos? And yeah, it's absolutely consuming my life. I hate it. I'm probably going to immediately play right after I'm done recording this. But you know what? On the upside, it gets a lot of views, baby. It gets a lot of eyes on your channel because people love Fortnite. I don't know if you've heard. People absolutely love Fortnite. And I used to be one of those shitty people who'd be like, I'm never going to play the fork knife. Haha. I'm cool. I play adult games like Minecraft. Idiot. I play games for grown-ups, okay? Like Lego Star Wars. I don't know why that was my choice of game. I haven't played Lego Star Wars since I had a PSP. Holy fuck, do y'all remember the PSP, though? Dude, that game console was fine, I guess. Clearly it wasn't that good. It didn't last that long. But I had a PSP. I had a Darth Vader PSP that was my dad's that just sort of became collectively mine, I guess. And it was such a fucking strange console because like when you get like the 3DS, right? Or like the DS or any of the Nintendo's like the king of handheld consoles, right? But there's a lot of games that are just for the fucking handheld consoles for Nintendo. especially with like for a long time, Pokemon you could only play on handheld consoles because I think most of those consoles were designed to like kill time. So like if you're in line for something or you're at like a convention or you're on a long road trip, whatever, it was meant to be games that you could pick up and put down at a moment's notice, right? Like Pokemon, you could fight a couple fucking Pokemon and then put it down, or play a round of Star Fox, whatever, and play it real quick and put it down. Da da da. But with the PSP, there was a lot of games that were just games that were on the console, but like downgraded graphic wise for the PSP, or like side stories, like the God of War PSP games. There was 2, and they were just like an hour long PSP games, but like they were all still very Sony games, so they were like very story based, long games. Or not all of them were long, but like even like the Kingdom Hearts, like Birth by Sleep and stuff. Like those games were long games that you would want to sit down and play for hours on a console, but instead they were on this tiny little fucking thing that graphically didn't look amazing. It looked fine, but it's not like it would look on a PS3 or a PS4 or whatever there was at the time. So I was never like in line at the movies and like, let me play a couple minutes of Dream Drop Distance. Let me play a quick round of Metal Gear Solid. Like those were those were games you would have to sit down at home and play, and it kind of defeats the purpose of having a mobile fucking console. You know what I mean? And then PlayStation was like, okay, people don't really like the PSP that much because it's portable, but it's like really shouldn't be. Like a lot of the games we made are like not that great. So then they were like, well, what do we do next? Do we just put all of our time and effort into like a really sick console, like just next gen shit? And they were like, yeah, we can put a lot of time into that. Obviously, we're Sony, we make the PlayStation. But what if we make the PS Vita and 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 upon launch only release like one game with it? And everyone was like, why? Why would you do that? And they're like, because, baby, you gotta spend money to lose money, baby. What the fuck was the PS Vita, man? I don't even remember, because I never had a Vita. Because I learned my lesson from the PSP. I was like, okay, well, I'm not getting a Vita. But was that the one? Was that the one where fucking you could like connect it to your PlayStation, and so like you could stop playing a game on your TV and then just like start playing it portable? It was basically the Switch when you think about it, but like worse because it was not all one thing. And again, the games were like not great portable wise. And like with the Switch, this first of all, the Switch is pretty big, but it's still portable enough. Like it works. Like I see people carry their Switches around all the time, and it's like it totally works. Um, but again, Nintendo's found the perfect blend of like there are some games where I only want to play them on my TV. Like Breath of the Wild is a perfect example of like when I was playing that, I only really ever wanted to play it on my TV. Because when I would try and play it portable, I was like, this is just too much going on. But then there's a game like Animal Crossing, which, yeah, I'll play it on my TV sometimes. But the most time I play Animal Crossing is when I'm like at the airport or on the actual plane or like on a long road trip. Because it's so like just do whatever the fuck. There's like goals kind of, but like if you have to stop playing Animal Crossing, there's not a lot of times where it's like, well, I have to finish this level. You just save and put it down and pick it up again and whenever. You know? Same with like Pokemon for the most part. I guess. I don't know. Don't quote me on that because I've played one Pokemon game. I played Pokemon Diamond in high school, and I was like, I'm good. I don't think I need this anymore. I think I got the point. And I haven't played a Pokemon game since. But does Pokemon Go count? I don't think it does. I played Pokemon Go a little bit, but like, I was not very into Pokemon as a small child. Like I just said, I've only played one game. So like when Pokemon Go came out, dude, everybody, that's all anybody wanted to do. And I hated it because I was like, I'd see groups of people sprinting to one area of a park. Oh my God, there's a fucking gold Charizard. I'd be like, I don't care. I had a friend. No shit. I'm not embellishing the story at all. This is not like for the bit. Haha. This is 100% fucking real. I had a friend one time. We were driving. I forgot where, but it was like somewhat rural, I guess. We weren't like on the freeway or whatever, but like we were in the street. We were driving. There was other cars, and this motherfucker pulls out his phone and goes on the Pokemon Go app while he's driving, mind you. And I'm like, hey, bucko, maybe drive the car and watch the road in front of it. Hello? Just a thought. Just an idea. Watch the road. You know? I know that, like, you know, I'm saying some really crazy stuff, but maybe when you're driving a car, you should look at where you're going. But he thought, no thanks, I'm good. I'm playing Pokemon. And so then I guess he saw a Bulbasaur or something, special one, special grade, S rank Bulbasaur, whatever, gold shiny one, I guess, and was like, oh, this is too good of an opportunity to pass up. When am I ever gonna? This is a shiny Bulbasaur. When am I ever gonna find this again? Never. This is the only one that's ever happened. So he pulls the fucking car over and not like carefully parks in a parking space. I'm talking about just, pulls the car like diagonally facing the sidewalk. So our car is in the middle of the street. And then parks it and gets out and walks up to the area where there's a fucking Bulbasaur thing. And I'm just sitting in the car, in the passenger seat. Like, almost like, there was like a layer of me that was like, that's fucking amazing. That you would just, with no hesitation, like, well, yeah, I gotta get the thing. I gotta get the Pokemon. Why are you looking at me weird? Of course I jumped out of my car to get the Pokemon. Who are you? But the other part of me was having a panic attack because there are cars driving up and down this street and we're just in the way. Because my friend was like, I gotta get the video game, the fucking grass bug thing. I don't know what Bulbasaur is. This little plant monster. Gotta get him for my phone game. What am I gonna do? Not pull over in the middle of the road and jump out so I can get a little pretend monster for my funny fucking phone game? You're crazy. You're a fool if you think I won't. 'Cause I will. Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe that shit. And that was the last time I was like, dude, like, you're not allowed to drive me anywhere anymore. Because I'll fucking drive. Because, yeah, that's not going to happen again. Yeah, it was not okay. Don't do that. Because people still play this game. People still play Pokemon Go. And it's not nearly as popular as it was when that happened. But, like, word of advice. Maybe don't park in the middle of the street to catch a fucking pretend animal for your funny game. You know? It like, and here's the thing. It was extra fucked to me because not only did I not really care about Pokemon Go, I don't play mobile games in general. I just never been big on mobile games. And it's shit like that is why. Because people talk about like, oh, PC gamers are fucking crazy hardcore. Da, da, da. People who play mobile games are on another level, let me tell you. People who play mobile games are fucking cracked, dude. 24/7 they're on these things. People talk about, oh, MLG, Scope, CSGO, blah, 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 Overwatch. No, dude. You find a middle-aged lady who plays Candy Crush. Oh, she'll fucking God mode your ass. Hands down. She's level 4,027. She's crazy. She's God tier, bro. Yeah, you got a level whatever ranking in fucking Call of Duty. Okay. Meet me at Panda Pop, says Becky. Meet me at Panda Pop. 1v1 me in Panda Pop. Check my fucking score on Flappy Bird. Remember Flappy Bird? Like the most basic, not impressive game that was so popular that when it was taken off the Apple Store or the game store on phones, that it made phones worth like $800 more if you had a phone with Flappy Bird on it. That's insane. That happening for like I remember when that happened for PT. PT, which if you don't know, PT was like essentially a demo for the new Silent Hill game that was supposed to come out. And it was this crazy fucking interactive experience that like was like, yeah, it's a whole thing. I've talked about it before, but when they fired Kojima, or when Kojima left Konami, they were like, well, fuck your game then, which was the stupidest decision they've ever made. They should have just let him make it because they would have made a shit $1 trillion. But they were like, okay, Kojima, fine, fuck you and fuck your game. And so they canceled Silent Hills, which I'm still not over to this day. It's literally happened years ago. I think I was still in high school. Still not over it to this day. Still hurts my soul every time I talk about it. But you couldn't, obviously with the cancellation of that, you couldn't get the demo anymore. Which, mind you, this was like the most special demo of all time. It is literally, it's a demo for a game. And it is hands down the scariest piece of media I've ever consumed in my life. I'm literally scared talking about it. I'm like looking behind me and shit. Because it's so scary. But when they took that off the PlayStation Store, I remember PlayStations were worth like, you could find PlayStation 4s worth like $2,000 because people wanted to play PT. They wanted to have like that preserved, right? So with that, but with a game that insane and like beloved, I can understand why. But like Flappy Bird, really? That's the one? But again, it goes back to what I'm saying. People who play mobile games are fucking nuts, dude. They were willing to spend way more than it was worth on like an iPhone 9 or 8 or whatever. Spending like $2,000 on that just to have Flappy Bird installed. That's bonkers.com, dude. That's nuts. I'm good. No thanks. I played Flappy Bird once, and I was like, this sucks. I don't like this. Oh, man. Yeah, so, what did we learn today? People who play mobile games, absolutely cracked. And that Kiki's is delicious. Oh, man. Well, that's about a good place to wrap it up, I think, isn't it, kids? Isn't it? That you know what? I think that's a good place to end today's lesson. Okay? I know you come here to learn, you come here to grow as people, and I'm glad I could provide that for you. But as always, thank you all so much for joining me here on Thanks for Stopping By. I really appreciate it. Love doing the pod. It's one of the highlights of my week every week. Make sure you go check out all my stuff in the description. Go check out my main channel. There's content coming. I swear for real this time. I'm like filming videos this week. There is stuff coming. It's happening. I'm back, baby. So yeah, go check out and subscribe to my main channel. Also go in the link and check out my new gaming channel. I'll be uploading on there pretty regularly, hopefully. So go subscribe to that. Go check out my Patreon. I updated my Patreon, so there's new tiers and stuff like that, new rewards. Follow me on the stuff, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Go follow my Twitch. I should be streaming on there soon. And yeah, subscribe to this and like this and all that. And yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thanks for joining me. And as always, most importantly, thanks for stopping by.